Hey guys, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online, currently in the A Realm Reborn base game. I'm currently trying to log in, but it's saying that there's 17 people in queue. This always happens whenever there's too many people in, doesn't usually take that long. I figured it would be a perfect time just to go over things that have happened previously. So it took me about 30 minutes to actually start the game last time. I'm sorry about that. I talked a bit too long, although I feel like I didn't drag it on. It was just a lot to talk about. Maybe some of it I didn't need to, but yeah. And then there was character creation, obviously. But our character has arrived in Limsa via a boat which got attacked by pirates at first, but we safely made it. We were blamed for the pirate attack at first, but thankfully after meeting up with this barkeep guy over here, Badaron, who I've given this pirate voice to, sort of. If anyone's new to this channel, sometimes I'm not really that great with voices. I try my best, but if voices seem to change between characters because we don't see them for a while, it's usually because I give them a different voice accidentally, or I don't remember the voice I used to give them, so I'm sorry about that. But we arrived in the Adventurers Guild, which is what this place basically is. If you look at the map, yeah, it's called the Drowning Wench Adventurers Guild, and we have been tasked to go find the Aetheryte, which is a giant crystal we walked by in the opening cutscene. We have to listen to an explanation of something called the Markets. I assume it's a place where people sell shit. I don't know where it is. Might be down here. Ah, over here. What the fuck? There's a lot of there's a lot of stuff there. Oh, it's a quest, making a name. And then we have to visit the Arcanists Guild, because I am an Arcanist, or Arcanist, or however you pronounce it, Arcanist. So, let's get started. I'm going... which way? This way. Or this way. This way? I don't know. Do I take the lift? I don't actually know. I've never actually started off in Limsa. I can give a little idea of the differences between this and Gridania. For starters, in Gridania, they never actually told you to get a quest from a random NPC in the room. They just told you to go attune with the Aetheryte and shit. This new quest that they forced you to get, making a name, is new to me. I don't know why they've told me to get it, but it's a Limsa thing. Let's pick up these peculiar herbs. What are these for, anyway? According to Ninja, a number of plants, usually... usually found on black market. Shelves are scattered about the first floor. So these are usually sold on black markets? It's... I want to say the word bad. Aren't black markets meant to be black markets because you're selling things that are usually illegal? Yes, I'm Eldskiff. Eldskiff. Sorry. You have some herbs you wish me to examine? Yeah. Come on. Click it. Handing over items. Some quests will require you to deliver items. If an NPC requires an item request window will appear. Drag the items from your inventory or armory chests into the item request window and click hand over to complete the transaction. Items can also be added to the item request window by right-clicking. Yes, as you expected, these are the highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They are the prime ingredient in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I could not resist the jest. These herbs are naught more than elthic lavender, a common enough export from Limsa. In fact, these probably spilled from crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you, son, but not to worry. You've learnt a few things and made a new acquaintance. Well met. The girl fucking lied to me. Yes, these flowers are going to kill you. Sure. Some items can be used granting various effects, such as instant health HP restoration, attribute boosts, and more. Using an item is as simple as selecting Use from the item's subcommand. All items with recast timers cannot be used again until the timer is expired. Items you use often can be set to your hotbar for easy access. Cool. I thought I changed that. Hang on. Where is it? Item select. Open all. Oops. Open all. That's how I like it. Okay, it's a potion. I'll put a potion down here. I already know how I'm going to have my hotbar set out, so don't worry. I'm not going to do the yellow quests, even though it would be really cool to get some story. I know from experience that not all the yellow quests have story. A lot of them are there just for XP. But I think we'll be fine. This is cool. It's the same guy over here, I think. Are these all the same guy? Level 2 Arcanist. Level 2 Arcanist. No, this guy's different. I don't understand what's happening here. Is it the same guy, but he made copies of himself somehow? I'm just gonna leave that be. I'm just gonna leave that be. I don't know what the hell's that about. Ah, another novice adventurer. I better honest sent me more than a few of your kind this way of late. Ah, yes, I have a high-pitched voice for some reason. I'm just gonna go with it. I am St. Heimel, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping this peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transportation spells, make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of ether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and tune themselves to each one. Once you have expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient for the present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Thanks. Return learned. You attune with the Aetherite, you are now able to use the return spell. Return. The spell return can be used to instantly travel back to the Aetherites set as a home point. Casting the spell does not require any MP and can be accessed by selecting return under travel from the main menu. The sole limitation of the spell is that it can only be cast once every 15 minutes Earth time. Only one home point may be set to any time. To make any Aetherite your new home point, right click on the crystal to bring up the Aetherite menu. Okay. So basically right click on the Aetherite and set as home. Already set as home point. Cool. So I've never actually used the spell return before. I'm probably never going to use it. Because my problem with it, this is going to seem really obvious, but return means you basically return to an Aetherite that you set as your home point. But to make it your home point, you need to have attuned to it. But if you've already attuned to an Aetherite, you could just press teleport. Unless you need to be a specific level for teleport. But as of like really early, I'm assuming you can use teleport whenever you want. As long as you have more than 2 Aetherites available. And you unlock Aetherites pretty fast in this game. So I don't see the point of return. I might be stupid, but I just don't see the point of return.
A fine evening to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every self groans under the weight of wonders born from all 4 corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. You bear a gift from Balaron. Whatever could it... My octant! By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the wrench, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. Yeah, here you go, man. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west arms of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gil you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by very nature. It goes without saying that Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in the tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And within but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries. They will most amply supply all your potions and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind would only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher, if not the kindness. I invite you to explore the markets yourself. Alright, man. I can do that. Okay, let's have a look at what these guys sell. Purchase battlecraft accessories. So earrings and things like that. So these, you don't really get them for their stats. You get them for the defense and magic defense stats. You get them for their bonuses, like strength and critical hit and dexterity and things like that. Shops. A myriad of items can be bought and sold from vendors all across Eorzea. Purchasing an item is as simple as clicking on an item in a shopkeep's inventory, while selling an item is as simple as dragging an item from your inventory. You can also sell items by right-clicking them and selecting Sell. Alright. Purchase fieldcraft and tradecraft accessories. I don't know what it means by fieldcraft. Oh, is that Disciple of Hand stuff? Basically, this game's classes. There's 29 classes in the game. And I think you can view them by going here. There's heaps of classes. There's a Gladiator, Marauder, Dark Knight, Gunbreaker. They're the tanks. And then the healers are Conjurer, Scholar, and Astrologian. And then DPS is Pugilist, Lancer, Rogue, Samurai, Archer, Machinist, Dancer, Thaumaturge, Arcanist, Red Mage, and Blue Mage. But then there's 11 other classes, Disciples of Hand and Disciples of Land, which don't actually attack. The Disciples of Hand, which is Carpenter, Blacksmith, Armorer, Goldsmith, Leatherworker, Weaver, Alchemist, and Culinarian, they craft and weave and stuff like that. Cook. They basically make things that other classes can use. And then Miner, Botanist, and Fisher, they go around into the world and do what their name suggests. They mine, they farm, they fish for materials which Disciples of Hand can use. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. I do like all the classes in this game, especially the crafting ones. I'm sorry, but I love the crafting ones. They're just really relaxing. So this guy seems to sell random materials that you can use. Blue Lily. This guy sells potions. Retainer Vocate. Greetings, I take it you have come to see me about a retainer. Retainers are hard-working lads and lasses who will help you to manage those spoils earned while off slaying dragons or whatever it is you adventurers do. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear you could even slay an eft, let alone a dragon,
I must decline in any petition you may take to take a retainer into your employ. Build yourself a reputation in the city, however, and I shall provide you with whatever it is you need. Might I suggest you start off by heading back to the Adventurers Guild and seeing if someone there has work to you. Okay, so to progress the story. Culinarian. This guy sells things a culinarian would use. Battlecraft suppliers. He sells gear. Alright. Here's an aetherite shard. You now have access to the aetherite. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Ethernet shards. Tuning with the shard has granted you access to the city-state Ethernet. The Ethernet can be used to quick intra-city travel. Okay, cool. Battlecraft supplies. I'm assuming that means weapons. Mender, so this guy repairs your stuff. Fieldcraft suppliers. Oh, so they're for the Disciples of Hand and Land stuff. Dyemonger. Also, you can dye your clothing. Script exchange? Sorry, love, but I can only assist them as the house knows. What? Sorry, we're only allowed to do business with them as the house knows. What? What house knows? I'm confused. I don't actually know what that means. They've said the same thing even after I've beat the story in my other character. So I don't know what they mean. I think this is the Economist area. Hello? Welcome to the Economist Guild. It is here that we research and develop the field of economy. Economy is the science of employing arcane geometries, intricate patterns that map the unlocked mysteries of existence, to draw forth and manipulate the body's etheric energies. But if I'm not mistaken, you already possess some rudimentary understanding of the craft. Shall I deepen your knowledge of the history as well? The roots of economy can be traced back to the esoteric calculations practiced by the people of the South Sea Isles. It was these island folk that first discovered a method to express natural phenomena in mathematical terms. Building on this process, the existing mathematical formula we further developed into arcane geometries, precise patterns that allowed a practitioner to weave ether into specific magical effects. The mages who invoked this new form of magic became known as arcanists, and the school of economy was born. Many such mages, wishing to expand their understanding of the world, took to the seas aboard trading vessels. Upon their arrival in Limsa, arcanists found themselves welcomed into the academic elite and soon secured positions into the realms of governance and council. The knowledge of an arcanist, however, is traditionally passed on from the masters to chosen disciple. As such, Admiral Melawib, counting several wielders of economy among her personal staff, became concerned that this exclusionary practice would lead to the eventual extinction of the art. Whoops. What was that? So at the Admiral's express orders, an official Arcanist Guild was established, and funding was provided for research and training. The complex and demanding nature of economy, however, remains the greatest threat to its own future. If you would continue your study of this challenging disciple, then I must insist that you indicate your commitment to joining our guild. Sure. Well, have you decided to enroll in our guild? Or are you now intimidated by the thought of excessive thinking? Nope. I want to join. Your sound judgment is to be commended. Now standard practice dictates that I introduce you to our guildmaster, that you might convey your intentions in person. Due to extraordinary circumstances, he is unreachable at present. Instead, you may speak with Mistress Thubajim. She has shouldered full responsibility for the guild leadership in the interim. Thubajim. You will find her just over there by the bookshelves. You needn't be shy, though. Her mind is sharp and critical. Her manner is always most welcoming. Awesome, thanks. I need some water. This game has a lot of reading. Ugh. Yes, I am Thermogame. Greetings, and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. As Marie has doubtless explained, I am serving as acting guildmaster until our wayward leader deigns to return. I assume our capable reception also spoke of our art's origins. Allow me then to expound upon its nature. Arcanima taps into the living energies of ether. The evidence of this is represented, most aptly, perhaps by our ability to manifest the arcane entity, Carbuncle, and the manner of magic which this etherical ally employs at our guard. The core of the disciple, however, is found in the pursuit of definitive solutions to any potential quandary. Even on the field of battle, nay, especially on the field of battle, the principle takes precedence. Oh my god. If one wishes to make certain the question of victory, then one must apply the most effective strategy. Really? Sorry, I'm trying to right-click on it so I can hide the window, but it counts as clicking. It's so annoying. An Arcanist is measured by his ability to calmly analyze the situation from moment to moment and respond with the most appropriate spells at hand. The study of Arcanima would test your mental faculties to the point of perplexity. Are you prepared to reason your way through predicament after predicament? I mean, yeah, I am. Let's go. An unambiguous response, the kind I most prefer. Let us now see if the clarity of your words is matched by the sharpness of your mind. In Lower La Noskia, you will find among others 3 species of pest: wharf rats, little ladybugs, and Urele. I ask that you employ your skill in Arcanima to eradicate 3 of each type of creature. Leave the city through the Tempest Gate, and you will soon encounter the potential targets in abundance. As long as you remain focused, I do not foresee these opponents causing you or your budding abilities undue difficulty. Once you return from completing the preliminary trial, I will welcome you as an official member of the Arcanist Guild. May your judgment remain swift and clear. Cool, thank you very much. I will go do that soon. I'm gonna go back to the Adventurers Guild. Is this the right way? No. I'm also gonna go around and just get all the Aetherytes, so yeah. The Fisherman's Aethernet. Okay, I think that's everything done here. I'll go back up. Another Ethernet. I think this is the Marauders, isn't it? Yep, Marauders Guild. I think this is the last one. You have attuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards and limbs of Lemenzo. The Zephyr Gate, the Tempest Gate, and the airship landing are now accessible to Aetherite destinations. Cool. So where do I have to go for this quest? Lower Lanoskia. Okay, let's go. May as well do my shell quest and get some levels. I have a main story, but fuck it. Alright, battle. Right-click on a target to switch to active mode and ready its auto-attack, which is useless, by the way. Never use auto-attack. At least, I've never used it myself. Maybe it's just because I've not been a DPS. Approach and face the target to start the battle. 2 rotating arrows will appear over the target you are currently attacking. Various actions such as spells and weapon skills can be performed by clicking the icons located on the hotbar on the bottom of your screen. These actions can also be initiated by using shortcut keys indicated on the upper left hand corner of each. Most actions require magic points MP to execute, in addition to having recast times of various lengths. Detailed information on an action can be viewed by mousing over its icon. Disciples of Magic and Disciples of War can specialize in ranged attacks, such as archers, are best suited to fighting their targets from a distance. The range and radius of an action can also be confirmed in the help window. Alright. Achievements. Congratulations, you have just received your first achievement. Ah, did I? Achievements are earned by reaching certain milestones during your adventures in Eorzea, and there are achievements for just about everything from leveling classes and uncovering locations to defeating enemies and earning gil. There are also rewards granted upon retaining certain achievements. Some of these include rare weapons and armor, others titles, which can be added to your disciple name to showcase your greatness. Achievements, rewards can be claimed by Jonathus in Old Gridania. Only him! Wow! I'm surprised, because what happens if you don't unlock Gridania for a while? Because if you start off in Gridania, that's fine, but I thought there'd be one in every main city. There's only 3 main cities, but still. Okay, let's try attacking. Boom! Ruin! Boom! And bio. Poison. Kill it with poison. Experience points. In the event multiple solo players attack the same target, the player who attacks first will always receive 100% of the experience points and items dropped. The players who follow will be rewarded based on their contribution to the battle. If you see a fellow player in need of a hand, do not hesitate to lend yours. Binding items. An item that you have equipped is now bound to you and can no longer be traded or put up for sale in the markets. Oh, that's what that means. Okay. I've seen that on some of my items before, like, oh, it can't be traded even though it's a normal item. That's what it means. Got it. By the way, I'm the type of person to sometimes button mash. I'm trying not to do it, but now and then I will button mash with my skills just so I use it at the exact point that I can. Because the way skills work in this game is that you can use a skill 0.5 seconds before the skill leaves cooldown, sort of. It basically puts it into a queue. But if you use it before the 0.5 seconds, it won't be put into queue. So I'm usually always button mashing so I can get that 0.5 seconds. Level up! Level 3! By the way, I'll probably be the type of person to grind in this game, just a little bit, early levels. But I will cut it out, so don't worry. Now, where are these relays? They're over there. Come to me, bro. I'm gonna ruin ya. Boom. So you may have noticed that, like this right here. They put like a yellow marker on the ground. That basically signals that enemies are about to attack. If there's a yellow marker on the ground and there's an enemy attacking you, it means they're going to use an AoE on you. You basically just need to walk out of the way and you'll be fine. if you are in that AoE when it disappears, no matter if you move out of the way even a second later, it will always hit you. It's just how attacks work in this game. As the game goes on, those AoEs get bigger, they get a little more complicated, it's harder to get out of the way because they might disappear faster, that kind of thing. I'm paralyzed. Paralysis. Alright, we're good. Let's go back to the Arcanist Guild. Actually, I think I'm going to level until level 5 because that's when my next quest gets unlocked. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've done a few differences. I was able to get to level 5 if anyone checks down the bottom. I'm now level 5. I need 2000 XP to get to the next level. I also met a friend. Summon Carbuncle! Yeah! Carbuncle! It's so cute. You can also go into first person, it's so weird. It's little Carbuncle. I love it. It's so cute. Hey! Hey, Carbuncle. How are you? I love you. You're so cute. Oh my god, who's a little cutie? Who's a little cutie? Oh, look at your little walk. Look at you. Oh my god, it's so cute. Yeah! I think it just doesn't know where to go. That's why it's moving like that. Either way, I did a few differences. I changed my HUD, as you can see. And I'm also switched over to using a controller. Because while I've never used a controller, I feel like it's going to be a little easier. Simply because of the fact that having to move my mouse around all the time can get a little tiring. But not tiring as in like I'm gonna get really, really tired from it. No. But like just the idea of like some skills I'm pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, but then others I'm like having to move my mouse across the whole screen and stuff. I feel like I don't have that much time. And so if I get used to the controller, which all I have to do is hold down RB, press Y, B, A, or X, or up, left, down, and right, up, right, down, or left, I mean, on the D-pad, it switches my HUD, switches my hotkeys, my hotbar, and then each one has 16 different slots, which means theoretically, well, no, not theoretically, literally, I can have like 120 skills equipped if I wanted to. Obviously, each character doesn't even have anywhere near that much. They usually have around 40, somewhat. Not even 40, like probably only 30. But it just means that I won't be... It also doesn't cover up as much of the screen. That's the main issue. It doesn't cover up as much of the screen. I can see more, stuff like that. That's the main thing. You guys won't have to have all my skills on the screen at once. All I have to do is like switch away and things like that, and it's fine. So I just wanted to explain that, and let's get a move on. Yeah, I'll continue the main story. Hey, man. Oh, there you are, Shira. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limza, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea as to what's where, you can start exploring the rest of the town. I've already got all the Ethernet things. That's good for you. You shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Batterod and you'll go far. Cool, thanks. I'm a little worried though, because there is not much, but there's a couple of areas where you can't use your skills. You're forced to use a pet that has its own skills. Like one of the final dungeons of this game. And I'm wondering how that's going to happen with a cross hotbar, which is what the controller one's called. It's called a cross hotbar. Hopefully that won't get too annoying. Also, why isn't my mini-map showing? There it is. Why is my inventory thing on? That was weird. There we go. Alright, man. What do you want to do?
Still in limbs, are ya, Ishira? How'd you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of that place? The owner, Staleworm, is an old good mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and has been trying to bring a better life back to the fields after the calamity ruined us all. You mentioned needing another or two, and your name sprang up to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions? The place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northwest.
Thanks. I might stay away from that for a little while. I'm just going to go to the Arcanist Guild real quick. Where is it? It's out here. Hey, Thumberjam.
I see the creatures beyond the city wall pose to you little threat. It is with great pleasure, then, that I formally recognize your initiation into the guild. From this day forth, you may proudly bear the title of Arcanist. I suggest you continue with your forays into the wilderness, and keep the pages of your grimoire turning. There is no finer teacher than the harsh mistress of your experience. And to commemorate this occasion, I gift you with this hunting log. The enemies marked within its pages have been specifically chosen to challenge your abilities in Arcanima. When you devise a new strategy or tactic, you now have a ready source of opponents on which to test it. And when you feel you can command Carbuncle as easily as you might move your own limbs, return to me for further instruction. I will be waiting.
The next Arcanist Guild quest will be available from Thumberjam upon reaching level 5. Cool. Which I already am. Hunting log obtained. Cool. The hunting log is a record of your completion of tasks involving the slaying of certain creatures. By completing these tasks, you will earn rewards and unlock new challenges. The log can be accessed via logs found in the main menu. Once the log is open, select a class and difficulty to view the available challenges for that rank. Each challenge is marked with a class name and a number, such as Lancer 01. Below that name and a number, you will find the target as well as how many of the targets you must defeat. Hovering over the target name will display one of the areas in which the target may be located. Targets indicated in your hunting log will have a special icon above the display name, making it easier to locate the creatures. Cool. That reminds me. While I was out grinding, two things showed up. One about pets. You can now summon a pet to do your bidding. You only have access to one pet now, but there will be opportunities to acquire many more as you continue your adventures. Cast the spell Summon from your hotbar to complete the Arcane Pact. Once your pet is summoned, a separate hotbar known as the Pet Hotbar can be accessed by pressing RB. The RB hotbar is preset with all the pet commands currently available to you, freeing up your normal hotbars for your personal action spells. The pet hotbar is preset with all the pet commands currently available to you, freeing up your normal hotbars and spells. The guard command orders your pet to guard his master, refraining from attacking until you attack or are attacked. The steady command orders your pet to refrain from attacking until you specifically order him to do so. The away command orders your pet to leave the battlefield. And then pet orders and actions can also be set to your other hotbars by selecting them from the pet tab under orders in the action traits menu. And then there was one about the fate system. Fate is short for Full Active Time Event. These public quests occur periodically in real time around Eorzea, and anyone can participate by simply showing up before one ends. When you sense a fate nearby, a message will appear on your screen, and the location will be displayed on your maps. The type of fate in progress can be identified by its map icon. Mousing over the icon will display the fate title. You will automatically join a fate the moment you cross the event threshold. At this time, the fate title, objectives, and the time remaining will appear in your duty list. If you are several levels higher than the recommended level, a level sync button will appear in your duty list. Press the button to automatically lower your level so that you may participate and receive rewards. Cool. So there's a pet thing? Really? I don't see it. That's fine. Oh, I didn't really read that.
Ah, sheer is it? Are you reading well? An empty stomach distracts the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must oft remind my arcanists to take meals. So ensconced do they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with Carbuncle? I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lower Noskia. 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragoras to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of your opponents, formulate an effective strategy, and utilize your Arcana entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for dinner.
I think did I read? It said dinner, right? I think a later line of hers is like, be in time back for breakfast. Wait, I forget. So what does she want me to go to? Where specifically? Lower. Okay, so temp escape. So these are the hunting log things. Oh, this is the hot bar thing. This is the pet hot bar. Okay. That's kind of cool. I'm just gonna fill up my hunting book. I like it. I like the hunting books in this game. Oh. Why can't it... Sometimes the cursor in this game is weird. Like, it's right in front of me. Come on. There we go. I can bring my book out and put it back away. Cool. Okay, so God, coming from the end of this game, like when you have all these different ways to travel, coming back to the start of it where you can only run around and walk, it's so different. But you get to take in the view. That's really good to me. There we go. There's a dodo. Kill the dodos. I already killed them all. Never mind. I like how you can do this. You can go to first person. That's blinding on the eyes. Jeez. Level 6. Tiny Mandragora. They're over here. I learned a new spell for that. Don't want it there. So my new one is over here. I'm gonna put it there. There we go. I like how I can do this while still running. Okay, I don't have it. I guess I'll use it for now. I guess this is a case where you could use return, but once again, like, my opinion still stands. Once you get teleport, there's no real big problem. Although I did find out that teleport costs skill. Maybe that's why return is sometimes better. But it's not much skill. Like, you won't be teleporting all the time. Okay, where am I going? Going back to the Arcanist Guild.
Welcome back, Ashira. It appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory pace. Shall we test your growing acumen with a more practical examination? Our work at Malavin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To simulate each such a task, I've had several crates transported to the cliffs south of the Zephyr Gate. I want you to examine those crates and return the inspector cargo here to me. You will be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating Valken. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality.
Jeez, some people go out of their way for stupid reasons. Mapping the Realm, Middle Lonoskia. Oh, well, that's a fate. What level fate is that? That's a level 3 one. So basically all fates are is like you beat something up and it makes the completion bar in the top right go up. Some require you to kill things and get items from them and then give those items to an NPC, but not much. I'm probably not going to do fates. At least not immediately. When I start leveling subclasses, I probably will. Oh god. Heal. And there we go. The hell? Oh, what the hell?
I'm not a threat. Pray, ignore my presence for the present and allow me a moment to cogitate.
What?
The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect so proficient a performance against the enemies set upon you. Yet effective through to your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement. As I watched you battle, the wheels in my mind whirled into motion, so they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed.
I like how I always have an annoyed face.
Let's see, taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculation indicates failure upon encountering threat level 9785. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the opportune window to do has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I'm Kalaya Amalavan's Gate Assessor. Acting Guildmaster Thybajim elected me to oversee your training and provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of economy.
Okay then. So you're like my mentor.
From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp on the fundamentals. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factor most influences your actions during battle?
Desire to outwit my enemy. Not really, but...
Just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist is of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, on an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you and I might be, the instantaneous manipulation of reality that might cause us to suddenly become mighty Arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Disciple and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Economy. Here ends your lesson for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Mistress Thurbajim is awaiting some inspector cargo. And what of myself? I am off to the fields, of course. The tactics I reasoned out earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is all well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon.
Alright. You have fun.
Bye.
Cool. Has it been 15 minutes? Can I use that ability again? Already, yeah. Alright, I'll just walk back.
Ah, Shira, have you returned with the cargo?
Yes, I have.
Yes, everything seems to be in order. Relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession. You understand. I also had word from Kalia regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the girl can boast no finer mind for tactic. You would do well to heed the instructions she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach to her art. Did your approach notice the battered tome Kalia carries? That initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she started the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Foreseer. I fear such an intense focus on Economy has led her to overlook other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides you Akana's training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somehow. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Ashira. Continue your practice with Carbuncle, as Kalia has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson.
Alright. I might go for this one because it has more defense and I don't seem to have a hat. Armory chest. Since the armory system in Final Fantasy XIV allows you to change your class or job by simply changing the weapon or tool in your main hand, it is recommended that you always have several sets of gear on hand. However, gear can take up a tremendous amount of space in one's inventory, which is why all adventurers carry an armory chest. All gear purchased, crafted, or found is automatically stored in the chest, leaving your inventory free to fill with other items, such as potions, crafting materials, and food. Gear in the armory chest is categorized and sorted by the type, and can be equipped or discarded directly from the chest interface. The armory chest can be accessed at any time by selecting character from the main menu, followed by the armory chest. Cool. So I can't do the next one, so I may as well continue with the main story for now. So I have to go to Summerford Farms, which is... Summerford Farm is already over here, is all the way over there. Through the Zephyr Gate, okay. And on my way, I suppose I'll do a little bit of hunting. Oh, I killed them. There was no reason for me to kill this one. Its blood is on my hands. No! Just like other monsters already. And I'm gonna heal. My carbuncle's just following me from behind. It's so adorable. So is there someone here I'm meant to be talking to? Maybe he's inside. Oh, I should have attuned with the Aetherite. Oh. Yeah, 20 damage. So OP. Wait, I think there was a way up here, right? No. I don't want to attack it anymore. I think it's dead. It's good. And attune. You attune to the Aetherite. By learning the spell Teleport, you are now able to travel instantly between Aetherites to which you are attuned. Access the teleportation menu by selecting Teleport under the travel menu. Unlike other spells, Teleport does not require MP to cast, and instead uses the type of naturally regenerating spiritual energy. A small fee of gil, however, must be paid to the keepers of the Aetherite, so that they can maintain the crystal and defend them from those who would see them destroyed. Plot reasons. The fee varies depending on travel distance and remoteness of Aetherite location. Registering an Aetherite as a favoured destination will reduce the amount of gil required to travel there. Up to 3 favoured destinations can be registered at any time. Alright, well, because we are here, I may as well make this my favourite for now. You can register it as a favourite, let's go. I've never actually registered them as favourites before. Wonder what that does. Oh, hi. You must be the adventurer Baderon promised to send along. Ishira Litharic, was it? You honoured his word, so that's a good start. I'm Staleward, the old bastard, as Baderon likely described me, and this here is my humble orchard. A good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the Calamity did for our ship, like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and Admiral Melwebb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed to find on an offer to refuse. Hi. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soul, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Alright. Thank you. I'll get this right now. This is the Disciple of War one. Can't wear that. Stalwern, owner of Summerford Farms, wishes to inspect your equipment and thereby gauge your readiness for the task he has in mind. I've a mind to set your task, Lethoric, but before I do, I need to be sure you properly knit it out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies. You understand? It might well be that the ones here have traded in their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back to me when you think you're more suitably equipped. Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet with gear items of level 5 or greater, and speak with Stalwern. You can view equipment and remove gear by selecting character under the character from the main menu. To equip an item, first select the desired slot. This will open your armory chest, from which you can select the item you wish to equip. Finally, from the sub-command menu, select equip to put in the gear. Alright. I'm not in combat, though. I mean, technically I am. Ah, jeez. There. That should do it. That was stupid. Is this all level 5? This is level 1. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile, buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage in love for the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength, and by the looks of it, I'd say you'll have a little trouble getting their attention. Cool. Thank you. That was a quick mission. What about the weapon he just gave me? You just gave me the same weapon I have. Okay. Oh, Lethoric. That aura of confidence tells me you're not being idle since last we met. I hope I've read you alright, but for I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Stalwern, the owner of Summerford Farms, has a task for a competent adventurer. Lurkers in the Grotto, I think this is called. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You'll have heard the rumors of the abductions. What the hell? Why? What? Oh, that's my chat. You will have heard the rumors of the abductions. Aye, citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa, as if plucked by the face of Heidelin, boots and all by an unseen hand. Now what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? But that remains to be seen, but it seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with azure tattooed faces have been creeping up to the edges of the fields and spying on my yeomen. Now I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the beast of times, but the farm hands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor come for their hides. Needless to say, they're busy themselves with worry and the work suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get 'em to leave the farmhouse of mourning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner the place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around Sea Song Grotto. If reports are to be believed, our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Lethoric. I couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are the kidnappers, oh, just be on your guard, alright? Alright, I can do that. Let's go. Ow! Dead. Alright. When it comes to these kinds of moments where I have to like run across a whole map, I'll probably end up jump cutting a lot, which means that we will be getting through a lot in an episode if I jump cut during these moments. The only times I won't jump cut is if I'm talking like this, or if it's a new place and I'm giving you guys a chance to look at the scenery. But if I do end up jump cutting a lot, it means we'll get through things a lot faster, which means there will be more in an episode. It does mean it will be a bit more recording for me, but that's fine. Otherwise, we're just about there. What's here? Is there meant to be something here? I'm a little confused. What? I'm gonna quickly log out and see what happens. I swear to God, it was underground. I feel so fucking stupid. Oh, I hate myself so much right now. I'm just gonna kill these guys real quick. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. You're about to enter a special instance. These areas are reserved for important battles which feature unique environmental conditions or powerful boss enemies. Instance objectives can be confirmed in the duty list. For the duration of the battle, you'll be unable to pass beyond the red line displayed on the field. You will automatically leave the instance once all quest objectives have met. Okay, Lux in the Grotto, level sync, level 9. Alright, let's do it. Can't believe I got confused over that. It was underground.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Gladly. Let's do it! Person who I won't give a name to yet because the story hasn't. do it.
I sense something awry with this creature. Be on your guard.
Alright. What did you just give me? Stone skin. Lithified flesh is absorbing damage. Slowly getting there. While it does seem slow, it actually, like, it's more intense than usual, like, for me, for some reason. Like, the game can be pretty slow with how slowly you get health bars down.
Where? The disruption of the ether draws others to the fray.
The fray.
Keep your focus on the battle. Lead the tending of wounds to me.
Alright then. Oh god, more of them.
More and welcome visitors. Slay them quickly, lest we be overwhelmed.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Breaches falters. Press the attack and the button will be over.
Why isn't it staying on him? Like, I'm clearly... Oh, it's because I have to press... Okay, I get it. Sorry, still learning the controls to control them. Oh, cool, you killed him. Oh, that was a short duty.
Phew!
What's that?
Hear, feel, think. Crystal bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, Deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Well, that was dramatic. And yet not so. Did I literally pass out? I assume.
Awake again? Are we?
Do you have eyes in the back of your head?
The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back.
Oh, he was
I have
pissed.
seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope.
Pirates?
It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether? I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Under the light of the crystal. Alright, well, I'm gonna head back.
Lothoric. Right glad am I to see you safely returned. My lads are all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all seven hells breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to death. If you're in the middle of that commotion, I hope it yielded something of interest. I'd hate to think you'd risk your life for naught. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew at the cave. I'd agree that such a knife would be a part of any seafaring. That's going a bit too fast. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates come to lure my farmhands back to a life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on the doorstep and set a maddened gobu on you. The pirates have been adding to their numbers of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. Oh, you met someone else at the grotto. A woman with a strange contraption. Y'shtola. She's been in Limsa for a good while now. Her studies of the ether often bring her to Summerford, so her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you, but she's not the kind to associate with kidnappers. You may take my word for that. Where trust should be lacking is in the yeomen of mine, who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate's past. The temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Lothoric. If it weren't for the efforts of stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in a far worse state than it is. Just you keep on lending your talent to those in need, eh? Help bring Limsa to the brighter future she deserves. I will. I'll try. I'm gonna go for ether. Whatever. Roll actions. You've learned a roll action. Roll actions are special weapon skills that are assigned to all the classes within a role. Tank, melee, DPS, and ranged DPS, and healer, rather than a specific role. Roll actions are learned in the same manner as class skills, via leveling, but only need to be learned once to be able to use them with all participating classes within a role. The role section has been added to actions and traits found under character in the main menu. Selecting it will display the role actions you have learned. Cool. So I learned Addle, which lowers target's intelligence and mind, which I don't really see myself using, but I may as well put it somewhere. Either way, I'm going to end here for now, guys. That was kind of a lot in one episode, I think. I didn't really know where to stop. I was trying to put a lot into it. With all the jump cutting and stuff, I'll probably have it within an hour. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. See ya.